This is the Cool Photo Tools Podcast, episode number 74, July 4th, 2016.
Are you sick of trying to learn all the new photo software? Are you tired of hearing about the next big thing in photography? Well, neither are we. Welcome to Cool Photo Tools with Jay Piersdorf and Rhonda Spencer.
Today's program is brought to you by Skillshare. For a limited time, get 3 months of Skillshare Premium for just 99 cents. Anyone can take an online class, watch video lessons, and create projects. Over 4,000 premium classes. Go to coolphototools.com/Skillshare for your discount code. That's coolphototools.com/Skillshare. Welcome and good morning, cool heads. This is Jay Piersdorf, and here in the back of the studio is my co-host, Rhonda Spencer.
Hello, good morning. Hello.
I gotta turn your camera on when you say that. And try it again now. You go.
Okay. Hi.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right, so we're back. It seems like it's been forever, it's only been a week.
Yeah.
But we did get some exciting things going on here. We asked for, our listeners to let us know, what was going on. And we got a couple of nice ones here. We got one from Raymond, and he is in the French part of Canada. And he said he was listening to episode 71, and we were talking about printing pictures. And he said, that touched a spot with him, deep inside, and he had to run out and print a bunch of pictures. And he sent us some nice shots of a bulletin board type, kind of a magnet board that he got from IKEA. And then he takes all his pictures, has them printed, and then stuck up there. And then when friends come over, they find themselves, on the magnet board. Like, oh, hey, here's a picture of me.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, it really is a good idea, And also, traditionally, we have used the refrigerator for that, because it's usually metallic, and you can put those little magnets on it and stick pictures on there. So even, when your friends come over, they can kind of see the pictures you've been taking of them. That was a good suggestion. Also, we got another a comment from Virginia, who's in the Blue Mountains of Australia. And she said that she looks forward to listening to our podcast each Tuesday morning and to keep up the good work.
I'm going to go visit her.
Yeah. Okay, Virginia, look out. Rhonda is on the way.
Yeah, it sounds like a cool area.
Yeah, well, that's, you forget about podcasting and you think about, you don't realize we have a global audience. We have people all over the world that listen to us. So that's pretty darn cool. So you want to start out with all the cool tools this morning, or you want me to go first?
Oh, I don't care. I guess I can start. I was looking at Canon's new camera, their 1DX Mark II.
Is that a new one? Oh, the 1DX. Okay, yeah, I was thinking about the 5.
This is their newest one that just came out, the Mark II, and coming in at a whopping $5,999. But
okay, give me 2.
Yeah, they're talking about that. I guess this has one of the best sensors in it of any of the cameras right now.
Because you think for $6,000 they would just put an ordinary sensor.
That's
or something.
Right. That's right.
We had some of these laying around. We're just going to stick these in. I jest.
Yeah, but I'd like to get one of these just to play with.
So what's the difference? Why would you get this instead of a 5D Mark III, which has kind of been their flagship?
This again is only 20.2 megapixels. It's not like
so we're going down in megapixel. Well, that's different,
And their ISO is expandable all the way up to 409,600. That's pretty high.
Well, it depends what it looks like. We've been talking about these companies.
And they're saying that this new sensor has been improved at the high ISOs to have a lot less noise.
Well, I would hope.
Yeah.
They're cutting the megapixels down, so we need to get some benefit out of that. Otherwise, we're really going back, especially for $6,000. I'm kind of surprised that they couldn't just, come on, can't we just have 24 megapixels as a standard? Really. That's my sweet spot. I like 24. It's a nice round number. 6,000 by 4,000 pixels, right? It's just, I just like that. Yeah,
It's got
21.9, 21.
one nice thing is it's got a touch screen. That's something else that Canon has never put on
Yay,
the back.
Canon, it's about time.
Yeah. They've got a 2.3-inch, 1.62 million dot touch screen on it.
Well, good, because, a touchscreen is, well, if you're going to put an LCD on the back, particularly if you're doing video stuff, a touchscreen is so nice just to be able to point it at where you want it to focus. But even, still stuff, you could do that too, just point where you want that focus to hit.
And
So
at
good on
video,
you, Canon.
they're doing 4K video at 60 frames a second.
Everybody's doing 4K video.
At 60
You have a
frames a
4K
second.
TV yet, Rhonda?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. Probably won't be long, though, because they're just dropping like a rock for prices.
I want to rent one, though.
Okay, well, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
You probably rent one first.
Yeah, rent one and see what you think. It seems like it'd be a fun camera to rent and play with for a week.
But I don't know, though. We probably wouldn't, would you really notice in your pictures? Would they be that much different?
There's the way to tell. If you rent it and do a comparison, is the pictures really that much different?
Okay, Rhonda's going to report back to us on that one, so we'll
Yeah.
have to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I like Rent Glass and all those places.
so popular photography, you heard of them?
Yeah.
Publish a
Couple of
magazine.
times.
Yeah, Publish a magazine. So they have lots of cool stuff. And one of the things they were talking about, and this is appropriate because the 4th of July is the day that you're probably hearing this. I know, that you're not doing anything else. So you're listening to our podcast. 4th of July is, for our international listeners, is the anniversary of our independence from Great Britain, where we, exactly 250 years ago, I remember it like it was yesterday. And so every year we have this celebration, and, the 4th of July, and they bring out fireworks.
And that's the only reason that everybody likes the 4th of July, honestly, is the fireworks.
Well, and it's
It
a
is.
holiday for a lot of people. They
Well,
get the day off, too. I mean, I know you don't, but,
Thanksgiving, everybody gets Thanksgiving off too, but they don't associate it with fireworks.
yeah, we don't get that many holidays compared to the rest of the world in the U.S., so you have to feel a little bit bad for us. But anyway, this is...
Tear coming to everybody's eye.
I know.
Sad.
So anyway, so what happens during the 4th of July is that there are all these fireworks stands. They set these up temporarily, and service organizations, get to profit from the temporary sales. But also retailers have these too. And so they're these used to be back in the day. They used to be some pretty impressive fireworks and so on. But then they got a little sensitive about, well, they probably shouldn't land on your roof and burn your house down, and we should be a little more careful with that kind of stuff.
Or M80s that blow your hands off. Stuff like that.
So we don't want to get too crazy. But one of the things that that a photographer would be interested in is something called a smoke bomb, and all these things do is make smoke. And they colorful smoke, and so that's why I was looking at this popular photography website. They were showing how to use these smoke bombs to get like fog effects, and also they make these things in color now. There's some red, so you can get some.
Jay, roll back up to that one picture.
Looks
like her head is exploding. I'm sorry.
No, it looks like she's in the fog.
No,
Yes,
look. It's really strong over the top of her head.
Okay, so Rhonda doesn't like this picture. Apologies to whoever took it.
It just looks like she's thinking a really hot thought, see? Right off the top of her head,
Now,
for
this
those
is
of you who can't see.
that early morning fog, that we see that here in Tucson sometimes
Yeah,
during
we
our
do,
monsoon season.
naturally.
It kind of sits low for a few minutes. It doesn't last very long. But anyway, so just to show you some of these effects that they have on here. So what you can do is you can pick up some of these little smoke bombs from the fireworks stands, and then safely store them for times when you might want to need them, because they're not usually available all year round. But of course, maybe with eBay and Amazon they are these days. Used to be we would back in the day we would stock up on sparklers. When they would come out, and sparklers then you could use for long exposure photography and things. And you couldn't buy them in the middle of summer because the fireworks stands were all gone. Anyway, all right, that was.
And we used to be totally illegal in Arizona to be able to get any fireworks. It's just been in the last few years that you could actually get them again. Even sparklers we couldn't buy.
Right, and that's because in Arizona, if something caught fire, we don't have any water to put it out.
It goes up in a big poof.
So I don't know what changed there, but something did. So now we can buy some fireworks. But anyway, so I think the smoke bombs are at least the most interesting, photographic wise. They're the people have used. You can use cornstarch, and you can use. We did one on
messy.
that holy powder that you can buy.
Messy
you can throw
again.
That. And smoke bombs just they pretty much disappear after you have used them. The smoke dissipates and little air pollution, but
Yeah. At least
small impact on our carbon
not having
footprint.
to clean it up then.
All right, Rhonda.
Okay.
We've
Jay.
been waiting patiently for you to show us something on your computer.
Okay, this is one that Jay is going to love. The golden section finder. So for all of you, go ahead, explain what this little is.
No, go ahead and I'll jump in later.
Later. I'm trying to think of what they call the ratio. What is this called, Jason? Or Jay? I'm thinking of my son Jason up in Alaska.
Yeah, well, it's the golden mean,
Yes.
or the golden section. There's a bunch of names for this.
Yeah, they call it a whole bunch of different names.
And it's basically it's the thought that it's a mathematical formula
that it goes into a little swirl.
and that the Greeks invented, the
Yes.
ancient Greeks invented, and then the things like the nautilus shell had to consult the Greeks before it could grow in that spiral pattern.
So yes. So now
I'm jesting, but that's
Yeah, well-
people that buy into this think that that this is the ancient secret to composition.
Right.
This is how you should compose your
this
photographs.
is beyond the rule of thirds.
Yes, this is the
even.
rule of thirds is just a baby step to
Right.
to teach you this.
Yes. So for you people that really are into this, now you have a little plastic piece.
So this is
That you
called the golden section finder that Rhonda's looking at here.
Yep.
And yeah, it's a little just a little clear plastic thing about the size of a little
Credit
bigger
card,
than
it looks like about.
Yeah, maybe bigger than a business, maybe like a playing card. Anyway, you hold it up and you look through it, and it kind of shows you where the important lines are in the element. If you buy into this, the golden section thing or this golden ratio.
That's the word I was looking for. The golden ratio.
Yeah.
Is what they call it.
Yeah, look this up, or just look at our video on YouTube, and you can see this.
We've
Wait a
discussed
minute.
this before, that we think it's kind of a bunch of hooey, but someone's taken kind of another step forward and actually made a little card.
Well, this was even in Photoshop for a while. There was an overlay of this because a lot of people do buy into this, and at its best, it kind of like at least it keeps you from putting the subject bullet in the center, just a bullseye right in the center. It keeps you from doing that. So that's probably valuable if it nothing else, if it says, like don't bullseye the subject, don't put it right in the middle, and your photograph is generally a little more interesting that way. So where do we get this thing, Rhonda? Where'd this come from?
Where did
Give them a shout out here in case you want this.
All right, hold on. Let me go back.
I'm being polite here.
You are being nice.
But what we didn't really get into on this is that the evidence to, if you look on the web, there are examples like, oh, look, the Mona Lisa was painted by using the golden section or the golden ratio on this, and they show an overlay. But then what they don't show you is that, well, and then it doesn't.
It's not exactly.
It doesn't fit the borders.
No.
And they, oh yes, but the golden section, the nature, like if you look at the nautilus shell, it's perfect to the golden section. And when you actually do an overlay, it doesn't line up. It's off. It's off. So it's like, well, if it doesn't line up, that probably means it doesn't work. So. And then there's some books on this. I'll put some links in the show notes here. But there's some books on this that basically state there's no evidence that Greeks ever used this to do any kind of composition or layout. That nobody used this. This is a modern myth. Look at Snopes. The Snopes.com. This isn't real. So
The only thing I thought that was good about this is they only are charging $10 for it. So there you go. This is from AreaWare.
AreaWare, like that Area 51?
Yeah.
AreaWare. AreaWare.com. And, this is just an opinion. We have our opinion on this, and other people will argue with us on that, and that's fine. If you have something contrary to say about it, my email is Rhonda Spencer
at msn.com. Go ahead, just call me.
Yeah.
Right.
And let me give you Rhonda's phone number. It's 1-800. I could
But
care less.
the only thing I think about things like this is that maybe then your composition you're putting too much thought into. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
Sometimes things make you overthink.
well, at least if it makes you think, I'm okay with that.
All right.
As far
I
as,
don't know. Overthinking, sometimes you lose your spontaneity of doing your image. Just remember, don't put it in the middle.
Yeah, and
There you
this
go.
is the trouble with composition anyway. There isn't really any rules.
True.
There's,
It's what you like.
yeah. So, take this with a grain of salt. If this feels good to you,
Yeah.
it's $10. Go ahead and, these guys probably made an investment in this and they're really excited. So go ahead and just buy one just to make them feel better. I don't want to hurt their business. I'm just saying this.
Yeah.
For me, it's just, I don't believe it, but not that it's not a good product.
Well, true. It comes in a nice little packaging. Look at this. See the little packaging that they've done? Look at that. That's very cool.
It's worth it right there.
I like the packaging.
And then they're not overcharging for this.
No,
This
they're
is-
not actually. Yeah, it's one of the things like this that they haven't put a $20 price tag on. It's $10.
Yeah, I've bought lots of stuff over the years that didn't work, and I don't regret it. So, hey, look at this now. Well, just to get us back off the track
right.
here, we were talking about the smoke balls and the smoke grenades and stuff. And if you do a smoke ball search on Amazon, so you come up with all kinds of these little smoke balls that you can put in the back of your photos. So, okay, just wanted to show you that.
I think sparklers are more fun.
Well, yeah, sparklers sometimes, it depends on where you are. It's hard to get sparklers in certain parts of the country because they make those hot wires, and then you throw them on the ground and then you step on them with your bare feet, so.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so they're, and they were making them out of wood for a while, so somebody's going to ruin it for everybody if people don't read directions. Okay.
To read what?
Well, you read directions on sparklers, it says, throw them in a bucket of water after they're done. And then, and don't throw them on the ground and step on them with your bare feet.
Ow.
It says
no.
that right on the instructions.
Yeah, I've never
It says,
even.
Don't do that. And it's got the don't do list is a lot, really, really long.
Don't give it to a 3-year-old.
No.
No.
I was trying to show this video from Jason Lanier, but I didn't really want to get the sound going on that. Let me see if I can fix that here. This is an interesting video. This is, he's talking about on this video, I'll put the link to this in the show notes. He's talking about how the photography industry is losing the art of photography and 10 steps to get it back. And not that this is probably the best thing you've ever seen in your life, but I thought it was kind of eye-opening and it's worth a listen. Well, see, this goes on for like 25 minutes, so he's got a number of
condense
points.
it.
Well, no, I really want you to look at it.
Okay.
So I'm going to put this in the show notes, and go ahead and check this out. He's you should follow him anyway. He's pretty interesting, and he knows a lot of stuff. And he's always, unlike us, he always has an opinion. So.
Oh yeah, unlike us.
Let's see here. Yeah, this is a video here. He does nice videos, so it's good to
Where
watch.
does he live?
I don't know where he lives. All right, Rhonda, let's go back to you here.
Okay.
What do you got?
The Fujifilm Instax Share Smartphone Printer SP1.
We had these on the blog. In fact, I had this on my
Did you?
on my wish list
Did you?
of I have you have a wish list of stuff on your Amazon. It's like I don't know if I want that, but I don't want to forget about it, so I'm going to put it on my wish list.
Yeah, I thought this was pretty interesting and cool.
So this is a smartphone printer.
Yeah.
We were talking about prints
Right.
a couple of weeks ago.
And how important it is. And especially with your smartphone, which is things that are going to be more likely that you're going to drop off and lose.
So this one is the Fujifilm Instax Share Smartphone Printer SP1, and it's about $136 from Amazon.
Right.
Here.
And
And
works
it uses
with
that instant picture film, the
Right.
little wallet size instant picture film that
Right.
that used to be Polaroids used to make something like that, but now Fuji does it since Polaroid's gone.
Yeah.
And so the cool thing about this one is that you can print from your smartphone. Normally you take a picture with your smartphone and just, you save it to Facebook or it uploads to Lightroom Mobile, or you
Or you don't do anything with it.
Yeah, or you don't do anything with it. And this way, you can have the best of both worlds. So you can put it on Facebook, and you can also make a couple of prints for your friends that are with you at the same time. So you have the digital, and you also have a print.
Or to do just like how we said that in the old days we used to do, is put it into a shoebox, and so that you have it for later to look at.
That's right. You can pass it on to future generations.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. That's pretty cool.
I thought so too. And again, not a bad price, $136.
Yeah, I think the film on these is
You know?
like it's around $1 a piece, which is kind of high, but for an instant print, come on,
Well, what's it got? If you
gotta have
get
some
it,
convenience.
if you get it with the Fuji Instaprint twin film pack is $11.71, right there. So how many is in the twin pack? What does it give
Is
you?
it 20?
Probably.
Oh, that's not bad then.
Yeah, that's not too terribly expensive.
Yeah, I mean it's closer to 50 cents a piece. So.
Yeah. And fun.
Well, you gotta like that. All right, so coming up here, I found on bhphotovideo.com. This is something called this is under digital camera skins. And did you know that you could buy digital camera skins?
No.
Oh, well, now you do. This is something called the Mint Armor Carbon Camera Covering Material, and this is in black. And you can stick this stuff on your camera, and it's a protection from minor bumps and scratches. And it's got a kind of a textured surface so that it helps you, improve the grip on it here. And you can take it back off if you don't like it, and then you can remove it. They claim it's residue free, and you get two roughly 5x8 sheets in each pack, and they come in different colors. You can get them in anthracite, gray. This one is regular gray, pink, white. So it could get kind of a interesting effect on your camera. Stick-ons that help you hang on to it. So if you got a camera that's kind of slippery, or you just have some areas that you don't want to get all bumped and scratched up, Mint Armor Carbon Camera Covering Material, about $15 for the two sheets.
Not bad.
Yeah, I think that was too terrible. Kind of interesting stuff. I haven't decided if I want that or not, but it is on my list. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it. Okay.
All right. So now you got me started on cell phone stuff. So this is SanDisk for iPhone 6 and 6S. The case itself actually has hard drive on it. It's a memory case.
What? That's crazy talk.
Isn't it? Look at this. Memory case. You can get it in 32 gigabits, 64 gigabits, and 128 gigabits. A built-in storage works on your phone. And it's in the case.
So this is for phones that, these are for specific phones.
Right, for specific iPhones.
And that's because the iPhones don't have external memory where you can't plug an SD card in.
Yeah.
So this is a solution to that. You can get a memory case if you want to shoot epic videos with your iPhone.
Yeah, or maybe you like to save a lot of movies.
Yeah, well, that's what I just said.
No, I
Epic
don't.
videos.
I mean, no, you actually like to watch movies.
Oh, to watch movies.
Yes, download movies onto your iPhone and watch them. But isn't that cool, though?
That's pretty cool. How much are these?
Yeah. For the 128, it's $129.99.
Okay.
And I think for like the 32, they said was like $79, and the 64 is like $99.
Okay.
But it's just a nice rubber case that they've got, and I thought that's pretty creative.
All right. So how would you like a quick release? Like when you want to put your camera on a tripod. Do you have one of those like little Manfrotto things that you screw into the tripod socket of your camera and then they clip quickly onto your tripod?
I do. I have a quick release for that.
Yeah, but then you have to buy one for every camera you have, right?
You do.
Or otherwise you're taking them on and off.
Yeah.
And then, the advantage there is you're trying to save time where you don't have to screw the tripod into the camera socket. So our friends at Edelkrone, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but they haven't called me to tell me no, have a solution for that. And this is something called the Edelkrone Quick Release 1. And this is a wacky little thing that is...
Is it magnetized, or how does it work?
And I'm glad you asked that, because there is a video, and I'm going to put a link to this on our show notes so you can see this. But it has you just kind of line it up with the tripod socket, and then you throw a lever in it, and it has a ratcheting system that just kind of spins that screw thread right into the tripod socket. So this stays on the bottom of your camera in the tripod socket, and so then when you want to connect it to anything that's got a standard 1/4-inch thread tripod screw, you just set it on there and throw the lever.
Well, that is kind of handy.
Yeah, and it's just like zip. It just does it in just a couple of seconds. You can just see this guy showing. He's moving it around to all these different tripod threaded devices, and it's just a matter of very, very quickly. He's not having to fiddle with it, and it takes you a minute or two to normally to do this, but he's managing it in just half a second. You set it on there and throw that lever.
Yeah, it's pretty handy.
Cool stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I want one of those too.
My Manfrotto, I have one of the trigger grips that I have the little clips on everything. So I have like quick release where I just pop it on and lock it in. But you're right, you have to buy a bunch of them.
Yeah, and they're not free.
No.
They're like $20 or something like that. So I think this thing is closer to $100, but it would replace all the rest of that stuff, and then it would universally work with everything you had. You know, so that'd be pretty cool.
Couldn't put it on my trigger grip though.
Does it have a standard 1/4-inch tripod socket?
No. The trigger grip itself, screws
Trigger
in.
grip.
So it's like, it. All right, you're gonna make me have to look it up. Hold on.
Okay, well, Rhonda's looking that up.
Rhonda's looking that up.
I've got one more thing to show you here. And this is from McKenna at McKennaPro.com. And they are a custom lab. And they've got these canvas that's wrapped around a wooden block. So you can send upload your digital file to them and have prints made. But this is one of the new offerings that they have. And this is what they call their art blocks. And there's a number of different sizes on these. I'm trying to see anything from 8x10 to 24x36. And just to give you an example, the 24x36 is $140. So that's really not bad for that big of a print. And these are on a wooden block, so they're...
What size are they?
Well, anywhere from 8x10 to 24x36.
And which company are we working with?
McKenna Pro.
I was going to say I just did, for the wedding, my client had... Normally, I frame one image for them, do a standout. And they said, we've got 4 images and we can't decide what we want. Can you do something with 4 images? So I went on WHCC, and they have what's called block prints, where you have different configurations that you have wrap pictures on blocks, and then you put a background on it. And I did a 23x23 block. So you have 4 blocks on it on a piece of wood that's 23x23 for $119. I thought that was pretty reasonable, and it turned out really, really nice.
This is WhiteHouseCustomColor.com. We'll put a link to this in the show notes.
Yeah, and I was really, really impressed. It turned out so nice.
Your clients liked it?
They loved it.
Well, that's the test.
That is the test.
Okay, so Rhonda is looking up this pistol grip.
Yeah, my Manfrotto. I'm trying to find, because I have old school
one.
But
if you just left the little connector on top of the Manfrotto, why couldn't you use the Edelkrone? Just slide it right onto that. I bet you could.
See, this is more like my grip.
Yeah.
Loading your project. Okay. So that's more like the grip that I use. Well, because see in here, this is where the threads are.
But you leave that on the tripod.
I do.
And then you would just use the Edelkrone grip to attach to the top of it.
You think it would attach to the top of it?
I'll bet it would.
Maybe. Well, you're right. Maybe because
it's a standard 1/4-inch thread tripod. So why wouldn't it? So I'm thinking, Okay, and that's the model 3265 joystick grip ball head from Manfrotto. And that's a used one because they don't probably make that model anymore.
No, they don't anymore.
So that's a collector's item.
Yeah, well, I love it. It does such Yeah, the new one that they have looks kind of funky. Let me show you. I'll show you what the new one that they
So
they
Rhonda doesn't like the new one, but does like
well,
the
does
old
that
one, so
surprise you, really? Come on
there
now.
goes Manfrotto's stock.
I
you right?
know. That doesn't really surprise anybody, though. You know how I am when I get stuck with things that I like. No, I don't want this one. Hold on.
Anyway, we won't go through all the ones that Rhonda doesn't like. Instead, you know what time it is.
What already?
It is.
No kidding.
Yeah, we've just been talking and we can't shut up.
Well, that's probably true. Okay.
All right. Well,
All right.
so drop us an email and
Have
let
a
us know how
happy
you're
4th
doing.
of July. Go out there and take some really cool pictures.
Yeah, send us some of your 4th of July pictures.
Yeah.
If those of you that celebrate that holiday.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
those of you that don't, just send us some cool pictures and let us show you.
That's true.
Let us see what you're doing.
Yeah, drop us a
And,
line. We like
how
to hear
you're-
from you.
How the Cool Heads photo army is coming along there to
Yeah, we get
from
excited to hear from
photography.
people. So
It's fun. Yeah, we really enjoy it when we, because it's like opening a present. You
Yeah.
don't know what's inside. You're like, oh, who's this person? I didn't know this person that listened to us, and yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
it is, really.
All right, everybody, have a great one.
Yeah. We'll see you later.
Talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye bye.
You've been listening to the Cool Photo Tools podcast. Sign up for our mailing list at coolphototools.com. Got a question? Send an email or MP3 audio file to info@coolphototools.com. Thanks for listening.